So we all hear about AI every single day, right? How it's changing the way we work as individuals. But what if its biggest impact isn't actually on you? What if it's on the very structure of the company you work for? Today, we're going to explore how AI is evolving from just another productivity tool into a force that could fundamentally rewrite the corporate org chart from the ground up.
Which leads us to the big question. Is that classic pyramid of boxes and lines we're all so familiar with, is it actually broken? You know, the way we've organized work for literally centuries. Is AI about to come along and just shatter it completely?
Here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll dig into a problem that's, and I'm not kidding, 2,000 years old. Then we'll look at two really different cutting-edge solutions. We'll call one the architect and the other the experiment. After that, we'll see what happens when you put those two paths side by side, and finally, we'll try to figure out what it all means for what's coming next.
Okay, so to figure out where we're going, we've got to understand where we came from. And it turns out the basic operating system that most companies run on today, well, it wasn't invented in Silicon Valley or Harvard Business School. Nope, it was pretty much designed by the Roman army.
This is what's so wild. Just look at how this one idea has trickled down through history. It starts with the Romans and their nested units for commanding huge armies. Then you fast forward to 1806 and the Prussian army creates something called the General Staff. These were basically the world's first middle managers. Their only job was to move information up and down the chain. Then, in the 1850s, the huge U.S. railroads needed a way to organize, so they just copied the military model and made the first real corporate org chart. By the 1950s, that evolved into the complex matrix organizations that a lot of us work in today. It's the same blueprint, just refined over 2,000 years.
And here's the absolute key to all of this. This entire 2,000-year history is built on one simple human bottleneck. It's called span of control. The idea is that any one leader can only effectively manage a handful of people, maybe 3 to 8. This one fact creates a massive trade-off. To manage more people, you have to add more layers of managers. But every layer you add slows down communication. It's like a game of telephone. For millennia, every org chart in history has just been a new way to wrestle with that trade-off without ever really breaking it.
But what if you could finally break that trade-off? Well, that brings us to our first potential solution. Let's call it the architect. This is the super radical top-down redesign being pioneered at Jack Dorsey's company Block. And their goal is wild. It's to rebuild the entire company not as a hierarchy of people, but as a single coordinated intelligence.
And this quote from them just nails it. They're not just trying to give everyone an AI copilot to make the old system run a little bit better. No, they are questioning the fundamental assumption that you even need humans to be the coordination layer. They're trying to replace the human hierarchy itself.
So how on earth do you do that? Well, the core idea is to build something called an AI world model. Think about it. Instead of managers running around gathering status updates and relaying information up and down the chain, this AI system has a live, constantly updated, complete picture of the entire business. It knows who's working on what, what's blocked, where every dollar is going. The AI becomes the nervous system, not the people.
And here's their 4-step plan to get there. Step 1, build capabilities. These are like the atomic Lego bricks of the business, things like processing payments or offering a loan. Step 2, build that central world model we were just talking about. Step 3, add an intelligence layer on top that can use that model to proactively solve customer problems before they even happen. And finally, step 4, build the interfaces, the apps like Cash App that actually deliver these AI-driven solutions to people.
Okay, so if the AI is doing all the coordinating, what's left for us humans to do? Well, in this new world, the org chart gets way simpler. It basically boils down to just 3 roles. You've got your individual contributor, the deep specialist who's actually building things. Then you have the directly responsible individual, or DRI. This isn't a permanent boss, but more like a project lead who owns a specific problem for a set amount of time. And finally, you have the player coach, who's focused on mentoring and developing people's skills. And notice what's totally missing? The traditional middle manager whose main job was just passing information back and forth. That role, it's just gone.
All right, so that was the big, grand architectural plan. But what happens if you don't design it all from the top down? What if you just kind of let AI into the building and see what happens? Well, that brings us to our second solution, which we're calling the experiment. This is the bottom-up story from a company called EveryY. The story from EveryY is so interesting because it's messy and organic. They found that as employees started building their own little AI agents to help with their work, a kind of parallel org chart made of AI assistants just appeared on its own. And maybe the most important lesson they learned was about trust. In their model, trust didn't come from some perfectly designed system. It came from personal ownership. You see, if my AI agent screws up, my reputation is on the line. And it turns out that human accountability is absolutely key.
But this bottom-up approach had some complications. The team at EveryY ran into this hilarious but also terrifying problem they called the ant death spiral. You know how ants can sometimes follow each other's pheromone trails in a circle until they die of exhaustion? Well, they found that if you put a bunch of AI agents in a Slack channel, they can start triggering each other in an infinite loop, just burning through company money until a human finally jumps in and pulls the plug. It's a perfect real-world example of the kind of messy problems that a grand theory doesn't always see coming.
So now we have these two completely different approaches. You've got Block, the architect, with this massive top-down redesign, and you have EveryY, the experiment, with this organic, bottom-up evolution. So let's put them side by side and really see what we can learn from the contrast.
The difference here is really a philosophical one when you get down to it. Do you want to build a single, centralized AI brain for the entire company, like Block is trying to do? Or do you embrace a messy, distributed network of individual agents, like what happened at EveryY? And that leads to this fascinating split on trust. Do you trust the perfect, reliable system, or do you trust the individual human whose reputation is tied to their AI? These are basically the two competing futures we're looking at.
But here it is. This is the single most important takeaway of this whole thing. Despite all their massive differences, the top-down architect and the bottom-up experiment, they both arrive at the exact same game-changing conclusion. The classic middle manager, that person whose main job is to act as an information router, is becoming obsolete. AI is just plain better and faster at that job.
So where does that leave all of us? It seems like the future of how we organize ourselves at work is caught in this tug-of-war between the clean, beautiful theory we see from Block and the messy, complicated reality that's being discovered in the trenches at places like EveryY.
And that brings us to the final, really critical question from Block's original essay, and it's the one I want to leave you with. Ask yourself this about your own company. What do we understand that is genuinely hard to understand? And is that unique understanding getting deeper every single day? Because if the answer is no, then AI is really just a tool to cut costs. But if the answer is yes, then AI just might be the catalyst that unlocks your company's true, untapped potential.